I just feel like if like my lifestyle and like example, so I had a guy get me a Benz before and put me in a loft space and set my whole life up differently than what it was normally. And I feel like if you brought me to like this level and then we didn't work out, but we're still friends, we didn't have beef and no one cheated. It was just didn't work out. But I still I wasn't going to move from my space because it didn't work out. I wasn't.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. Little Black Book, you know what time it is. We are giving you guys part 2. Yes, part 2 of this madness. Okay, of this madness. As you're about to hear a maddening, a mazzoline you're about to hear right now. And we thought we'd bring you a part 2 of that mazzoline. Guys, if you are new to the channel, do me a favor, like it, share it, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, well, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated. Listen, no, honestly, stay hydrated, guys. Why? Because it's hot in them streets. All right, cool. Let's just take it a little bit back so you get a little bit of understanding what's going on here. There's a whole discussion around gift giving and should we give back? Should expensive gifts be taken back? And right now we're having a conversation. I believe her name is Jasmine. And she's explaining her particular situation. And we're going to react to it and give you part 2 of the madness. Let's go.
Work out, but we're still friends. We didn't have beef and no one cheated. It was just didn't work out. But I still I wasn't going to move from my space because it didn't work out. I wasn't going to give him back my car because I'm not going to downgrade my lifestyle because me and you are no longer together. And I just feel like if you put me in this space and that was under your budget then, what's the difference now? You know what I mean?
You were my girlfriend. I was fucking you.
Yeah, but I was fucking you. But I personally feel like, no, I'm not moving.
But see, what he did was this, though. He gave you the upgrade. But
she was like, listen, you got me that stuff. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. You don't have a I don't know what this thing is. You don't have a choice, sis. Since you weren't paying rent, since you weren't contractor obliged here, you're going to have to move out. Or one day come home and find the locks changed. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this level of entitlement, I'm not moving out. What do you mean? You're not taking the car back. You heard what the lady said? She came one day to do kick, and the car was gone. That's what's going to happen. Like, you're gonna force the brother into a kick. What she's talking about right now is a man who, personally, she knows that she can take the piss out of, right? Until this guy gets balls. Until this guy gets, balls in his throat and to his scrotums and gets an understanding. Listen, why am I letting this guy run me into the ground like this? Until he gets to that point, yeah, he won't stop doing that, right? Because sometimes guys allow pretty girls who they think is pretty to them and who's above them, they worship them and allow them to get away with murder. This is murder right now, okay? Murder, she wrote. Murder, she wrote. Murder, she wrote. Listen, and listen to the level of entitlement. I'm not going to move out of the house. Better, listen, it's because the kind of guy that you're dealing with. It's not because you don't actually believe that. Same with the girl in the green dress. It's because the level of the guy that you're dealing with. They allow you to get away with murder. And so you believe that you have this level of empowerment. Listen, if I repossess the house now, if I get bailiffs to come into the house now, you're out the door. Yeah? You're out the door with all your stuff. You don't pay rent. Okay? You don't pay rent. You don't pay rent. So you have no level of entitlement towards this house. You haven't paid any bills towards this house. And you're and you think as well, because you own a house, what? Another guy's gonna come into the house and enjoy the fruits of my labor. That man has got no pride about him. I always say this to you guys. What do I say to you guys? Have a level of shame about you. Have a level of shame. Some of you have got no shame at all. That's why you allow these people to move mad in your life. Have a level of shame. I've been there where you've allowed a girl to just turn you inside out. Have a level of shame. Sir, get a level of shame. Get a little bit of shame. Get a little bit.
part of that upgrade is because you're with me.
Yes.
You understand? So let me just go, though. So we didn't work out, me and you dating. You feel me? So I'm supposed to keep paying your loft and keep paying your bins. Now, I get it. You're a true boss if you do that, and that's the vibe we're getting. But
there's no true boss about this. No true boss does this. No true boss does this. No true boss does this. They don't. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't. Like you expect if I finish with Vodafone and I say I'm switching companies, they don't still give me 3 minutes. Okay, they don't. Right? There has to be a mutual exclusive benefit. So if I'm Usain Bolt maybe, and I'm a virgin, and I say I'm no longer with Virgin anymore, they might give me some free perks because the association with me still gives them some level of perks for them. Their name being attached to me, or they, you know what I'm saying, like that can still give them perks. But when we detach completely, and there is no more perks for the thing, why am I still doing it? The perk for this guy is that maybe he feels like there's still access. Now I don't know any guy who has serious plans of coming to marry you that comes into another man's house that's paid by another man who's your ex, and will feel comfortable knowing he wants to marry you and stay in that house. Now, it seems smart. Why would you want to do it? But no, you would never want to put, as a man, you never want to put yourself in a position where another man who's not your parent or family member, is somebody outside of your relationship, an ex or whatever, who could potentially take back this house at any given time and the Benz back at any given time. Why would I want to place myself in that situation? What guy would want to do that? Do you know what I'm saying? What guy would want to do that? You feel me? Like, and any guy watching that's gonna be like, okay, so she gets her house paid for that guy, gets a car paid for that guy. I could be the next meal ticket. That's what it looks like. I'm not saying she's like that, but I'm just saying.
No, it's just I'm not moving, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Either way, you have to pay
stay with me.
Either way, I'm not moving. Sis, you ain't got a choice. You see, that level of confidence is not about, I keep saying again, it's not just about entitlement. It's the fact she knows relationally with that guy, he won't do jack squat. They wouldn't chat that crud to the right type of guy. I keep saying this, like the right kind of guy who's smart, intelligent, or just an absolute gangster. They would never. This crud that she's bringing, this brazy energy, this level of spiciness that she brings to the table. It would never run with a gangster. It would never run with a man that knows his stuff. It would never run with a man who's assertive and knows what he's about. It would never run. That whole chat about I'll stay in the house. Yeah, you stay in the house and they'll come and collect you and your things and be gone.
Not go see what's out there.
Oh, so then if that's the case, you want me to stay with you for these items and use you basically?
Not for them. If you want to live like this, it comes with being with me.
Okay, so then you would prefer a woman to just stay with you for her items and her lifestyle, and then
that is not what he said, sis. What she's trying to institute is that basically. So then, okay, let me let it land.
Be happy.
No, hold on. Let me.
That's your way of saying that.
No,
but if my lifestyle is now contingent, my current new lifestyle that you upgraded me to is now contingent on me being in a relationship with you, and that's the only way I can have it in this moment. Then what stops me from just staying with you for that?
Then Jazz.
So Ogo has come to the conclusion that what's to stop me from just then staying with you just so I can get these things? The bar is in hell, guys. In fact, it's in a lake of fire right now. Old girl was talking about what's to stop me from just then being with you and lying basically to your face. Where is your level of integrity? Where is your level of dignity? Where's your level of shame? Shambolic, idiocracies. I'm making up words right now. Discombobulated. Because that's all I can think about right now, bruv. Like, what are you saying? You're telling me that you want to lie so you can get these items. Like, what? Where are you? Where's your head? Where's your brain? Where's your at? Where's your shame? Darling, listen, you live in a world where you can work, you know. You live in a world where you can work. You have power to earn finances and live a lifestyle that you want to live. But you are intent on wanting this man to provide for you because he upgraded you once.
You want him to keep your lifestyle up, keep paying your bills, keep you on that same upgraded level. No, you were dating a man that had money, so dating him came with a lifestyle. But if we not working and our love is dead, I don't owe you to keep paying your car note and your mortgage. I'm not entitled to. Now, if I'm that rich, then okay. But realistically, that isn't really my job. You should find.
And that's the crazy thing about it. It's her level of entitlement. I'm not moving out. I almost like I expect this to be done. Girl, what world are you thinking of? I don't know what world you're in, sis. That you think this is normal. That, you just think to yourself, rare. We're just gonna basically, I expect him to do it. He has to do it because it's something that comes with the territory. That's why I can't hate on the people that, you know, talk about that are ballers, the girls that go after ballers and then, you know, end up being with another baller and another baller because it's like the lifestyle has been increased. I'd rather you do that. But again, still have some shame, because it's not just about having a lifestyle. Have some shame. You know, if you can't afford it yourself, like, be careful, like, because it leaves you in a state of powerlessness when you can't afford it, but you want to always attain it by means of a relationship. But, you know, it's something that you got introduced to through me, not through your own means. You know, so it's sticky.
You a man like me and upgrade to him and keep your lifestyle.
But that takes time. So I just feel like if someone had me on a certain pedestal, you're not just because we no longer working, you're not just gonna rip the pedestal from me. Like, or I'm gonna feel a type of way and just as.
Do you hear what word she used? Did you hear what word she used? This girl very much knows her power. That's a dangerous woman. Guys, dodge. I keep telling you, mindsets. This is why you need to talk to these gal. Don't let gal out here because they're pretty gal with body. You understand? Pretty girl with bunda. Pretty girl with a pretty face. And think to yourself, bro, that's it. Listen, character, mindset is all important. Let me say some water. Stay hydrated, guys, because the streets are hot. Choose a girl with a mindset, a heart, kindness, understanding, patience. These virtues, not just beauty. The beauty is fleeting. Charm is deceiving. And it's okay not to be okay. Sorry, I just had them somewhere. But listen, start looking at the content of the woman and the content of a man as well, ladies, as well. But start looking at the content of the individual. Why are we like this girl here? I would have been turned off in the first 2 minutes because your character and your mindsets. This is why I ask people what their expectations are and why they have those expectations. When I don't agree certain things, I ask people, what is your expectation and why is your expectation there? So that this stuff don't be happening, bro. Because if you tell me something that now I know that you're a liar if you do opposite to what you actually said. Do you know what I'm saying? My girl said I'm on a pedestal. She knows. That's why I said to you. She knows relationally. Do you know what? I hadn't watched this file, so I'm actually reacting to this brand new. She knows what relation she has to that guy. She's like, you wouldn't just remove the thing from me because you've put me on the pedestal and that would take time. So she knows. And in that time, she's hoping to buy herself another person probably who will upgrade her lifestyle.
Petty and ruin them things. I'm gonna ruin the car. I'm gonna trash the house.
Sponsor you until you move on.
Do you hear what she just said? No. Listen to what she said. Listen, you gotta avoid these type of gal out here.
Because we no longer working, you're not just gonna rip the pedestal from me. Like, or I'm gonna feel a type of way and just as petty and ruin them things. I'm gonna ruin the car. I'm gonna trash the house.
What? I'ma ruin the car and trash the house because I've decided to take back what is mine. The streets are hot, bruv. The streets are hot. Stay hydrated. I don't think I have to say anything. I don't have to say anything to that. Where's Kevin Samuels when we need him?
Sponsor you until you move on.
Not until I move on, but give me, until I figure it out.
Respectfully, right? I lived in Miami 8 years. I moved back to New York. When I first moved back to New York, I lucked up and I was staying in Airbnbs and I did not say that I didn't have a place to stay, but I needed an apartment. The guy I was dating, he happened to get me an apartment. The place is $4,200 a month. Not saying I can't afford it, but I don't want to spend that. Mm-hmm. When we didn't work, did I expect him to keep paying that rent? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If I play nice, I do expect him to do it. If I'm still answering phone calls, I'm still giving you some sex, I'm still going to dinner, I'm still giving you.
And see, I can understand that, right? Because you're still getting boyfriend, girlfriend privileges without the title. That's different. Do you understand? But it's a very dangerous position to put yourself into because a level of entitlement can come from that, right? But you're still getting boyfriend and girlfriend privileges. So that one I understand why she might expect that because you're still getting. Do you know what the main thing is? It's the sex part. It's not the kindness. Forget that guy can probably get other girls to be kind to him. The sex part, you're giving me access to you and your body. Then yes, I can see why there's a level of expectation and why the guy will continue paying because that's free. That's free poussoir. It's £4,200 poussoir, but it's free poussoir in the sense of I know if I come here, you're gonna give me some sex. Okay, you're still gonna have the house, no problems. You know, like it's cool. You know, and so I can understand why your expectation comes about.
the similar
really
affection
pretty, though.
of when you were paying
Really
these bills,
pretty.
because I understand subconsciously why you did these things. You didn't do these things because I was entitled to it. You did these things because, one, you saw a future with me, or you like what came with giving me these gifts. Now, what I choose to do to reciprocate that, when we broke up, I don't expect him to keep paying the rent. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't even comfortable bringing a guy there while he was still paying the rent. So I'm just saying respectfully, no, he's not entitled to keep paying the rent. When we moved on from each other, unless we were still having the same activities between the two of us, no, he's not entitled to pay the rent. He can't come take the apartment from me. But I'm just saying, ladies, move smart. This is just some game for you. If a man is gonna put you in a place, one, this is just me, he's gonna pay that bitch off for the rest of the year. He's not gonna pay it month by month because he's already telling you this is contingent. Things could change tomorrow, things could change in 3 months, they can change in 6. This car I'm giving you as a gift, if I really wanted it as a gift to you, I would have paid it off. You would have no bill. You would have nothing to worry about. If we split, I can't take anything from you.
Yeah.
I want you to know, no matter what happens with me and you, this is yours.
Yeah.
And think about this, even on the smaller scale, the 9-to-5 guy taking his hard-earned money and saying, hey, I know your car note and then the babysitter every week is this. I'm helping you out with this, right? And now when he breaks up with you, you expect him to still be paying the babysitter?
That's a lead. I just want to go back to that last point that she made, because it was a really good point. I just want to just put that last point that she made.
He's not gonna pay it month by month because he's already telling you this.
Let's go back a little bit further, because it was a good point she really made there.
Between the two of us, no, he's not entitled to pay the rent. He can't come take the apartment from me. But I'm just saying, ladies, move smart.
Sis, you were doing well, but that part, he can take the apartment from you if he wants to. If he really wants to. If he really wants to. If he's done with you, he can do that, depending on how he's paid for it. Now, if he's paying it month by month, rather than, but it's obviously a lease, so it's more than likely not going to be. If he's paying 12 months, you pay, a certain amount of time, so he can't take the apartment. There'll be no point taking you out of the apartment. Do you know what I mean? 12 months. The courteous thing to do is, hey, look, we've broken up. The apartment is here for the 12 months. We've broken up in the 7th month. You got 5 more months to go. Stick in it. After that, I stop paying. So you have to work out the lease with that person, whatever. That's fair.
This is just some game for you. If a man is gonna put you in a place, one, this is just me, he's gonna pay that bitch off for the rest of the year. He's not gonna pay it month by month because he's already telling you this is contingent. Things could change tomorrow.
Oh, I get what she's saying now. So she's basically saying, if you're gonna give me an apartment to be in, you've paid it off for the year. So there's a level of security, so irrespective of what happens. I get that point.
They can change in 3 months, they can change in 6. This car I'm giving you as a gift, if I really wanted it as a gift to you, I would have paid it off. You would have no bill. You would have nothing to worry about. If we split, I can't take anything from you.
That makes a lot of sense. That's rounded up from part one, which is that if it's really a gift, you pay it off. Like, you don't leave finances still left over when it's not a gift. It's a gesture.
I want you to know, no matter what happens with me and you, this is yours. Alan, think about this. Even on the smaller scale, the 9-to-5 guy taking his hard-earned money and saying, hey, I know your car note and then the babysitter every week is this. I'm helping you out with this, right? And now when he breaks up with you.
And the funny thing is, I've experienced this before, where you help someone out financially and then they expect you to help them from there on onwards. I'm like, it was a gesture, love. It wasn't like me for you to now be accessing my account. We are not married. Unless we're married, then there's no, like, you can't expect that from me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, like, at the end of the day. So I totally understand that. And I think there were some good points made. Jasmine needs to sit out, man. I mean, listen, that brother, whoever that was the ex-dated or whatever, either he's a rich-ass guy who doesn't care about finances at that point in time, then you're blessed. Or that guy's a sucker. Because the way she said, I'm on a pedestal, I said, nah. You have given her far too much power. This is what happens when you worship women. This is what happens when you worship women. These things happen. They get taken advantage of because you're not supposed to worship them. Never, you're meant to worship a man. You're never meant to make any of these people an idol. And that's what's kind of happened. So, yeah, guys, like, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of what uploads. We appreciate you so lots and stay loaded. We'll see you soon, baby. Stay hydrated. I just spat there, but don't worry about it.